Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Monkey City. In this episode, apparently defeat the Irish kid 5 blues up through your defenses, blah blah blah. Yeah, because I wasn't playing after I checked how much time I had to defend myself, and apparently it didn't destroy anything. That's interesting. So let's see. Oh, look at that! There's a little monkey right there. He's walking around. I have no idea why. That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's see. So, I'm actually going to try to enter pacifist mode, unless any of you really want me to not go into pacifist mode. So, I'm not going to be using any more Bloontonium, pretty much. My tanks are full. I don't have anything to use Bloontonium on, except for attacks, which I'm not going to do anymore. So, actually, I have enough with Glaive Ricochet! Huzzah! That's going to take 2.5 hours. Oh man, so tomorrow you'll be able to see the actual Bloon Ricochet. Now I don't actually remember this. Do any of you remember me attacking there? Oh yeah, that's right, I did do that. And of course, now there's 2 more pink balloons that I have to, pink balloon tiles that I have to get rid of. And because I've already shown you pink balloon tiles and stuff, I'll just skip ahead. Alright, so more awesomer, yay, finally got rid of the actual last pink balloons, and I still have 2 hours and 23 minutes until that finishes, so it's going to cost 87 balloon stones. I'm not going to have enough, so let's move on to this white balloon stage, and let's see, where is it this time? Ooh, this one! Gah, I really like doing this one with Glaive Ricochet, so I'm actually going to leave this and homeward bound, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Alright, so I'm actually going to save that one until later. If it's the same track, then I guess I'll do it. But, okay, good, this is different. But, that track that I skipped is actually a really good example of why I love the Glaive Ricochet. And this is probably a really bad placement for the boomerang thrower. Oh man, I know someone's gonna comment about that, but anyways, I'm gonna play it to here just because I like it here. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's terrible placement or not. It's terrible placement, but oh well. I'm gonna just stick with it. See how it does. Let's see, and I actually will try to get Dartling gun this time, just because they're good, even when I don't have very many upgrades for it. Still pretty good. Pretty handy tower. Dart monkeys, they're better with more upgrades, but still not really that great. If you have a lot of them, you could just spam them, and it could be really awesome, but no, I'm not going to worry about that, because I've only got 3, and no real good upgrades, so definitely not going with the dart monkeys. Alright, and actually, you know what, tack shooters, they're actually okay here, because about half of their range, or half of, yeah, the track is in about half of the range, I guess, because of that corner, which makes them pretty good, but obviously attack shooters aren't exactly the best towers ever. Now, there are regrow balloons here, so that's kind of a problem, but not that big of a problem, because if they do regrow, they're only in that small area before this factory, and this factory can handle regrow balloons, so no real problem there, but I should probably upgrade this factory. Yeah, I'll upgrade this factory, because if you remember, I made a comment about how this factory was bugged because of the transformation that happened from a 1-1's factory not going into a 2-2's factory, which I kind of found a bug in a deluxe edition with that, but it's in my episode that I posted today if you want to watch it. It's not like a serious major bug that's totally breaking the game or anything, it's just in Bloons Star Defense 5 Deluxe Edition, when you upgrade the tower, this factory, to a 2-2's factory, then the transformation's fine, but then when you put a monkey village on it, or when you put it within the range of monkey village and then upgrade the monkey village, then it reverts this factory back to this 1-1's factory transformation, which, again, it's not a huge game-breaking bug or anything, but it's like, hey, that's a problem, that's not what's supposed to happen, but, so yeah, again, Ninja Kiwi's watching this, that's a little bug report for you. But alright, now that this factory's done, I've still got 4 more rounds, 4 or 5. I'm always terrible at counting, which sounds strange because I'm a math major, but or I'm a math person. Just because of like whether or not you would include the 7 in your account from 7 to 11, because I know 7 plus 4 is 11, but that's 4 additional to 7, so it's like, would you consider that 4 or 5 more rounds? I don't know. Anyways, totally random, but I will save up for the dartling gun now that I have an upgraded spectre rate, even though it's not completely upgraded or anything. But let's see. Again, with that boomerang thrower, still doing good. I really wish I had glaive ricochet already, but obviously it's going to have to wait till tomorrow because of how long it takes for the actual upgrade to get researched, I guess. And then it will be a little bit expensive, but obviously if I have enough for a dartling gun and upgraded factory, then it's nothing big, nothing major. And I'm not going to move this factory, or not this factory, I'm not going to move the aim of the dartling gun, because right here, it's a pretty decent aim. It pierces through a couple intersections of the path, so it's alright. Plus I don't have powerful darts yet, and now I do have powerful darts, so now it's a little bit more useful, and because of that little clump, I just wanted to help get rid of that before it got to this factory, because this factory isn't too good at clumps. Alright, and okay, one more round. So, yeah, this is basically what the levels are going to be like. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more levels off screen or more levels fast forwarded or anything like that. Just whether or not it gets a little boring for you. Once I get the glaive ricochet, hopefully it'll be a little bit more interesting. And of course you'll see why, or you may already know why. Just because the glaive ricochet is awesome. And I do remember hearing that glaive ricochet was a bit nerfed, so I don't actually know exactly how much more awesome it'll be once I actually get to that stage, or that point in the game. But oh well. Yeah, I'll just place it there. I had a little moment of inner debate with myself, I guess, because once you get to the point where there's Moabs that appear on all these stages, this track in particular, or tracks like this, where the paths that the balloons come from and leave are really close to each other, what I'll normally do is I'll place a factory that's a Moab Shredder's factory right here in a place so that the spikes are only being produced on this lane, because then, because the two are so close, the regular balloons won't pop through the Moab Shredder spikes, but the Moabs will be wide enough to actually get popped by the Moab Shredder spikes and then just get left as ceramics on this side. So it's actually a really useful technique, in my opinion, so that you can lay down a bunch of Moab Shredder spikes to get rid of all the Moabs without having the Moab Shredder spikes get destroyed by the rest of the regular balloons. And then you can throw in just, you know, your regular defenses over on the other side, or you can lay down some spiked ball or spiked mine factory a little bit closer to the actual track, so that if any do slip through, then the rest of the balloons will get popped by the spiked mine or spiked ball factory, rather than have it the other way, so that the Moab Shredder spikes are helping with the Moabs, but then also getting destroyed by the regular balloons, and then the spiked mine factory is just the safety net at the end. So, not sure if I explained that very well, but obviously the regrow balloons are a little bit more of a problem here because of how I had my boomerang thrower, because I only had one, so it wasn't very good against regrow balloons. But now with 2, it'll be a little bit better against regrow balloons. It'd be really nice if I could get the deluxe upgrade for a double Ranga. That'd be a pretty interesting thing if they had a deluxe upgrade building that you could build in Bloons Monkey City, and then be able to like spend Bloonstones or some kind of special City Cash Monkey Money type thing, which I guess would be Bloonstones, in order to buy the deluxe upgrades. I think that'd be pretty cool. It'd be, in my opinion, a better use of Bloonstones than just to speed up things, because really, when you're using Bloonstones just to speed things up, or to fill up your money or something like that, you're just spending Bloonstones so you don't have to spend so much time. But if you were to spend it on something like a deluxe upgrade, then that's something you can't just get over time, so it's useful in that way. Let's keep scrolling, but oh well. Just my general opinions and thoughts and all that. And again, I always say, like, oh hey, if a Ninja Kiwi person's watching this, but I'm pretty sure if you were watching this by now, you would have said something, or would have seen some kind of effect from that. But oh well. Alright, let's see, already on round 7 of 11. 3 boomerang throwers right there. And again, this may not be the best tower placement for the boomerang throwers, but the reason why I put it here is because they have one chance while the balloons are coming up. As they come around, that's a second chance to pop them. As they're coming around again, third chance, and then as they come around again, fourth chance. So they have multiple chances to actually pop the balloons, which again, really a terrible way of explaining it, but in my opinion, that's a good strategy. So might as well throw in a dartling gun, just for the sake of having a dartling gun. Even though again, I probably should have upgraded the factory, but I don't have to worry about camo balloons, so really I don't have to worry too much about upgrading this factory because it's just a safety net and not exactly needed safety net because all my balloons are clearly capable of destroying, or not all my balloons, all my monkeys are capable of destroying all these balloons. So that's nice. And just one more round. Why not get a tack shooter for no reason? Alright, and upgrade its range, which... Why did I upgrade the range? Why? I think I was just trying to spend money because of that whole debt thing, which, you know, is funny. Someone commented saying that I should report the bug, and I was like, oh yeah, of course I should report the bug, but then for some reason I was like, why am I going to report the bug? Like, no, why, what would I do that for? But I don't know why I was thinking that I shouldn't report the bug. I don't know. Anyways, just I guess because I haven't been playing Bloons Monkey City that often. So the idea of reporting the bug seemed weird, but anyways, let's see. So this track, yeah, this track, what I'm going to do is first just upgrade this factory because I really don't like this track. It's not difficult, well, it is kind of difficult, but it's not a bad design or anything. I think it's a really cool design, but it's just hard for me to get really good defense because this may actually be a really good place for boomerang throwers, but it's not a very good place for Glade Ricochet because the balloons constantly go in and out of these tunnels, so the ricochet effect doesn't really work quite as well on that, if I remember correctly. I don't remember actually trying it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But I'm going to leave this factory back here so that it has more time to lay out spikes before the balloons actually get to it. And here the path splits, where half the balloons will go up, half the balloons will go left, and then obviously that's where it splits. So I don't want to place two factories over here at the end. I'll just place it right here at the point where it splits so that it's able to catch them there. Now this may actually be a good place for the attack shooters because of those arcs or those curves. So yeah, that may actually be a good place for them, but because I don't really have any upgrades for them, I'm not going to worry about placing them there yet. First, I'm going to upgrade the factory to faster production, just to be sure that it's even better at its job right now, which obviously this factory is good enough to solo all these rounds because of the way that the balloons are distributed, because it's a lot of lower tiered, evenly spaced balloons, which is good for this factory because then it has enough time to just send out the spikes to cover all of these balloons that come in. The clumps are a little bit harder, but because they're just red balloon clumps, it's not that big a deal right now. And then any of the fast balloons, like the pinks or the, well, yeah, I guess the pinks or the yellows, if they were the first balloons to come out, then it would be a little bit more difficult because this factory doesn't have quite as much time to lay out some spikes to pop those balloons that will appear. But in general, this factory should be pretty good because, like here, all these pinks that came out right off the bat, they have more layers packed into them, so it's a little bit harder for this factory to get rid of them. But obviously that was a small amount, so they're fine. If it was like a large pink clump, then that'd be really bad for this factory, but the small amount of pinks that came out were fine. So next, I'm actually going to use the dartling gun so that it can just pierce through this little side. We're going to place them on this side where my mouse is, and then pierce through on those loops. So that would be pretty good. And I've only got two, and they're not really that upgraded, so it's not that big a deal. But let's see. It's already around 6 of 12. And yeah, 22 bloonstones, easy, blah blah blah. Let's see, and actually, oh yeah, that's right. I can spend Ninja Kiwi coins to get more bloonstones and stuff, but that actually costs real money, and I don't have real money to spend on this, so that's fine. Let's see. There we go, got one dartling gun, place it here, and then obviously right now it doesn't have focus firing or powerful darts, so it's not that great, it's just a little bit of extra support. But obviously once I do get those upgrades, it'll be a little bit more helpful, or a little bit more useful. Let's see, just that one last balloon. And now we get focus firing, yay! And then once I get to 600, I'll have powerful darts, which means I'll actually be able to pierce through one dart, which actually I think lets it pierce through 6, so I don't actually remember that, but let's see what it says. Oh, it can pop 3 balloons each, so not quite as good as I thought. Maybe they nerfed it, or maybe that's just how it is and I forgot how good it, or how not as good it was. Regrow balloons aren't really much of a problem right now because they're not really at a point where they can multiply, because they're not popping into multiple balloons like the lead, black, white, zebra, rainbow, and ceramic, I guess. But basically pink and under, it's fine if they're a regrow balloon, it doesn't make much of a difference. But it's the higher tiered balloons that can be really dangerous as regrows because of being able to multiply. Alright, so the dartling and this factory is a really good combo. One, because they both have camo detection. Innately, you don't have to upgrade them to have camo detection, so that's good. They can both be upgraded to pop lead, which is obviously pretty helpful. And then the factory is just a good safety net, as you can see, and the dartling gun is good because it can reach all the way across the screen if you have it placed in the right way. And it has good attack rate. It's basically a super monkey with infinite range, but obviously it doesn't quite get to the same like plasma blast level until you get more expensive upgrades. So that's always kind of a downside, but still pretty good. Still pretty good. Round 11, I got 2 dartling guns, which obviously just placing them right here on the top is very nice. Obviously when they go down, when the balloons go down on the bottom side, it can be a little bit more difficult to pop them, but or obviously because I'm not facing my my dartling gun over there, but it's fine. Let's see, so this factory, like I said, it's fine. It actually took me a while to realize that you can place them on the right side of the track on that side, so that's pretty cool. It's very useful to place them on that side. So let's see, and also, as I was saying earlier, let me know if you think I should fast forward through more of these stages or skip some of these stages or just do it off screen and stuff like that. Just because they are obviously taking up a lot more time, because there's more waves and everything. So let's see, factory. I can upgrade more to faster or even faster production. I spent a whole bunch of my money, so I can't upgrade anything else. Yeah, these are going to cost a lot. And wait a minute, this only costs 1,600 and that costs 5,000. That's interesting. But anyways, let's see. So probably should try to get another banana farm, but I guess once I get through these 2 levels, and I'm just going to go around the side evenly. I'm not just going to skip ahead to these 2 levels. Once I get these 2 tiles of land, I'm going to move these 2 buildings, and actually, you know, I'll just move them now to get them out of the way. Move out of the way so that then once I get these 2 tiles of land, I'll build a 3rd monkey farm, which should be very helpful. And you know what? Might as well try to get through here as my final round. And great, this one. This track isn't particularly difficult. I just kind of don't like it. I'll use some ninja monkeys. Haven't really used them very much. I've got a couple good upgrades for them, so that's nice. Now here, if you remember that track where it has those loops, and I was saying that I wanted to place the spikes on one track and then, or on one side of the track, and then have the Moab be able to pop them and not the other balloons and all that stuff. That doesn't really work here because I can't place this factory quite far enough for them to only place spikes on this bottom side. It's close enough to where occasionally it'll throw a spike on the top track, which obviously pops the balloons, which isn't a big deal, but it doesn't have the same effect as on that other track. So obviously now just placing this ninja monkey. Now it did say that there was going to be some regrow balloons on this track, so instead of just grouping all of my defenses right here, I'm actually going to try to build my ninja monkeys across on all these different points. I've only got 3, so I can only place on 2 more points, but I'm going to spread out my defenses a little bit more so that when they're popping the regrow balloons don't have so much time to just regrow later on, if that made sense. But let's see. Here we go. Now I got my second ninja monkey. And again, I don't know if these are exactly the best places to place them, but oh well. They work. They're in a good enough position. So let's see. Yeah, just gonna get in these last few ninja monkeys. And then I was gonna say that'll be good, but that's not gonna be enough. We're gonna need some boomerang throwers, or cannons, or bomb shooters, or dart monkeys or something, because here, obviously, these are the white balloons that are regrowing, which, yeah, last time I was, the last track, when I was talking about how the regrow balloons weren't a big problem, yeah, these are black and white balloons, so these are a problem of multiplying, but hopefully I should be able to get through them pretty easily. Yeah, I should get through them pretty easily. Because I'll be spreading out my defenses, so hopefully that's a good idea. Seems like a good idea in my head, but I don't know if that's actually the best idea to deal with regrow blooms. It may actually be better to keep all your defenses together to make sure that you're completely popping all the regrow layers before they have time to regrow or something. I have no idea. And again, I have been playing this game for years, so it's not like I just started last week or something. I mean, even on my channel, I've been playing it for months. I mean, again, months isn't quite as impressive as years, but still. Let's see. I have put quite a few hours of my life into this game. And not this game in particular, but Bloons Tower Defense in general. And it's kind of interesting that I got introduced to Bloons Tower Defense before I was introduced to Bloons, like the actual Bloons game. That's pretty interesting to me. And it seems like Bloons Tower Defense is being a little bit more successful, or just that they're working on it a little bit more. Just because you can only go so far with one particular franchise, I guess. If that makes sense. I don't know. I don't think that made sense, but alright, so I'm gonna put this boomerang thrower here. Again, I know it's probably not the best place, but because it has 3 different points where it can attack the track, I guess, it might be a good position, maybe, to help out with those regrow balloons, because I know that the regrow balloons won't, oh, wow, that's a, wow. Alright, I'm going to use a continue. That was a lot of balloons. Dang it. Alright, so I'm going to build a bomb tower. Hopefully that'll be nice, but I did see that those were some black balloons in there, so the bomb tower may not be that great. But hopefully it's nice enough to maybe... Oh man, that's not going to be very good. I don't think that was very helpful at all. That wasn't a good idea. That was a waste of bloonstones. Why did I do that? Oh man, that was a terrible idea. I'm guessing it was because of the multiplication factor, because the black balloons would split into 2 balloons and then they would regrow and blah 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 blah. Alright, well, I guess that's going to be it for this episode, because it's getting a little bit long. So, yeah, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.